Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Demi and I'm a lover of handbags and a mom to two young boys. I feel like we've all been so excited to add a handbag to our collection and then we find out it just doesn't end up working out for us for some reason or another. I've definitely been there and I felt guilty about spending money on bags that I ended up having to resell, especially for bags that I've had to sell for a loss. Today I wanted to talk about a few bags that I sold and the reasons why. The baby is here with me, so if you hear any cooing, that's just him. He's right next to me. Let's jump into it. The first bag that I want to talk about is the Polene Sim tote. I got this bag in the color taupe in the original size. At this time, they did not have the smaller size, and I thought that that color would be a great neutral, that I would be able to pair it with so many different outfits, and honestly, the color and the size both just ended up not working out for me at all. I really love the design of this bag and I still do. This bag was just way too big on my frame. I am 5'2". I felt like the bag just overpowered me completely. Also, I'm not one to carry that much stuff, and I think looking at the model pictures sometimes I forget that those people are usually very tall. So while this bag didn't end up working out for me, I did reorder the smaller size in the color camel, and this bag has been working out so much better for me. I feel like it looks more proportionate on my body. Also, it's just the right size to hold everything that I need without having a bunch of extra room. I mentioned before that I'm not really one to carry that much stuff, so typically I have my wallet, my keys, maybe a snack for my toddler, and I like to be able to throw a diaper and wipes in my bag just in case. I don't really need to do that every time though. So that's just why that bag didn't end up working out for me, but I'm glad that I did end up picking that up in the smaller size. The next bag that I want to talk about is the Louis Vuitton Alma BB. So I purchased this bag on Poshmark and honestly I got such a great deal on it. I don't even think I'd be able to pay what I paid for it again. I got it pretty close to when I got the other bag that I just talked about, the Polene. I was obsessed with this print from Louis Vuitton for forever, and honestly, I wanted the Speedy more than I wanted the Alma, but I couldn't find a better deal on a Speedy, so I picked up that bag instead, thinking it would scratch the itch, but it didn't. Looking for something that was hands-free was very important to me at the time because my older son was about 1 year old at this time. So he was just starting to walk. What I didn't know about this bag is that the strap is not adjustable. So it was very long on me. It sat way too low on my frame. I didn't end up carrying it crossbody at all because it just kind of looked awkward on me. I ended up using it top handle. It also looks a little bit more elevated. I feel like it's good for somebody who's going out to maybe a lot of brunches or has weddings to go to. I don't really have many events going on right now in my life, so it just felt too formal for me personally to be an everyday bag. Also, it was just kind of hard to get in and out of. It does open up pretty wide, but on the sides of this bag, there's like a fold of fabric that's meant to keep your things from falling out the side. It doesn't obviously go all the way up the bag. If you filled it up past that line, then all of your things could start to fall out when you're unzipping the bag. Also, I found that if you filled it up more towards the top of the bag, when you zippered it closed, it would get like zigzaggy or bulky at the top. It didn't look good. You know, it sat in my closet for so long before I finally just decided to let it go. It was really hard for me to let go of because of the deal that I got, but I couldn't justify keeping it any longer. My husband did get me the Speedy B when our youngest baby was born, and I have been enjoying it every day. It's much more casual. It fits into my life way better than the Alma did, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. The last bag that I want to talk about is the Polene Numero Un. I had the Nano, and this bag was so cute. It was the first bag I think that I saw from Polene that caught my eye. I just fell in love with the design of it. I thought it was super cute. After staring at it for so long, I finally decided to purchase it, and honestly, I kept this bag for a while, maybe 2 or 3 years before I finally let it go. And ultimately, the reason why I ended up selling it was because it was just way too difficult to get in and out of. There are buttons in the front of this bag that you're meant to close to keep the shape of the bag, but you can unbutton those buttons when you're trying to get in and out. I see a lot of people leave those buttons undone and it makes it easier for them to open the bag wider, but then it can change the shape of the bag. And a huge part of the reason why I liked this bag was because of the shape of it, so I didn't want to ruin it by leaving the buttons undone. I ended up getting the RSVP Paris Munchkin bag instead. The color of this bag is so cute. I'm loving the crossbody element to it. It's way easier to open because there's no fussy buttons. And that's when I realized that if I'm going to have a smaller size bag, then it needs to be easy to get in and out of. There are more bags that I could talk about today that I did sell, but these are the top 3 that I think were the biggest learning experiences for me. I feel like there's a lot of times you don't know until you know. I was telling my friend Taylor, she is on here as well, her channel is Midlux Muse, that sometimes you don't know if a bag is going to work out for you until you have it. So I'm glad that I learned these things and I can take this knowledge into my future purchases. Let me know what bags you may have sold and the reasons why. Maybe some of the bags that I ended up keeping are bags you sold. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you again for joining me for today's video. I appreciate you being here. If you like this video, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. I would love to have you. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.